Welcome to all. So today we will learn about a shell scripting. So this is the first lecture. So what is a shell scripting? Actually, shell scripting, suppose when we are using a commands like, for example, we are using a uptime command or any other command like which any command or W. Suppose if you want to right now I have write these three commands, and if I put these three commands in a file, for example, I'm creating a vi and some xyz file name with the extension with the .sh. Why we are giving a .sh, that I will explain. Okay, so if we are giving a series of command and executing, that known as a shell scripting. Okay, number of commands. So here we have used number of commands as well as sometime we have a longer commands. We will declare as we have a different methods, like we can declare as a variables, and the loops comes in a picture, operators came in a pictures. So we will learn later, and the function statement, this is variable. Okay, so we will learn later, etc. Okay, so right now we are just understanding what is a shell scripting. So when we put a number of series of a commands and execute it, that's known as shell scripting here. Okay, so let's discuss about a .sh. Okay, so it is extension here. So suppose if we are using a one, there are number of type of shells are available. So let's discuss about a bash. Bash means Bourne shell again. Okay, so we can give a extension .sh. Okay, so suppose if it's the same as like example, we are using a like Excel file, right? ABC dot I think EXL is I'm not sure what is like. Let's take example of another like .exe. Suppose we have a like a package we want to install .exe or abc.txt. So it is a notepad file, right? And if it is a PDF file, so we are using a PDF, abc PDF. If I have a abc.sh, so we will recognize it is a Windows executable file. It is a simple notepad, and it is a PDF, and it is a shell script code. So we can identify same as like we have in another language. It's like abc.py. It means it is a Python code. So it is a shell code. Now we are discussing about a code. If I'm using a abc.rb, rb means Ruby. It is a Ruby code. Okay, in another languages here. Okay, so let's come on the point on the bash. So bash, we are using a .sh. If I'm using a C shell, so by default, in mostly one again shell, we are using in a Linux operating system. And C shell by default, mostly I have seen in my life, entire life, mostly it is using in a Solaris by default, I'm saying. Okay, if you want, you can use in a normal your Linux operating system. You need to install this respective package, and then you can use it. So here the extension comes as a .ch. The extension is changing here. So this extension is a .sh here, and here it is changing here .ch. Con shell, we have a same .sh or .ksh as well also working. Con shell. Okay, I never use ZSH shell, and SH is a legacy shell. It's a bash. Okay, now born again shell comes in after that. It's a upgraded. So we will. So there are the difference between these shells. Bash shell is a more mature than these shells here. So here you will sometime what happen, we are using a echo command. Let's let me make echo and -e. If I'm using a -e arguments, later I will give you this example. So it will not work in a legacy like a con shell. It's not working here, not working. But this thing is working in a bash shell, so having their own properties. But mostly if I say 90%, 95%, I can say 90 or 95% code will work. Okay, sometime you need to do a modification. That is the difference comes in a con shell or bash shell or C shell. Sometime all the parameters are not working because echo commands having their own parameters on specific operating system. Okay, but by default, if you are using a echo and just you are mentioning a name, so it will work in all the shells. Okay, so some commands we will discuss later. Okay, now let's understand about a what is the first thing we are writing when we are trying to write a code that called a simple, we call as a Shebang. It's a nothing, it's just a binary location. Okay, binary location. So if it is a bash, it means we are writing a shell scripting. Or if you are writing a shell scripting in a Unix, let's say you are here hash exclamatory, it is predefined. We must be predefined format. It must be here. Okay, so here exclamatory mark is, so that called as a swang. This is the first line. Same if you know in a C, hash include standard input output dot h. What is this? Header file in C, if you know about a C. Same as like we have a Shebang here.
So I can't see your screen now.
Sorry.
Your screen got stopped.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, so now we are discussing about a first line. Suppose I'm creating a one file, let's say abc.sh. So now we got why we are using a .sh extension, right? So right now I'm writing this code, bash shell code. Okay, if I'm writing a ch, then I need to use a ch. If I'm using a con, so I need to use a con shell. Okay, so let's say I'm using a ABC here. Okay, the first line I will give here, this is a binary path, and this path must be exist. Means bash shell must be installed in your operating system. Either you can't use it. Okay, so this is the we called as Shebang here actually. So it is sometime if you're giving an interview, they will ask you the simple. If you're going, they said they don't require a expert guy. They just you have told that time you are just basic knowledge about sales. Might be they can ask this small question. What we called actually exact binary actually we called as a Shebang here, and after that we started the script here. So we are using exclamatory mark USR. It path might be anything. Okay, sometime path might be direct your bin bash. Okay, bin bash, or sometime it is your like a bin sh. Anything here. This cell is also existing. I can show you. So now it is a redirecting here. Your it is a soft link actually. It's created a soft link and the USR bin and bash. Let me show you these things here. So here already I have a Linux operating system here, so you can use anything. If you have Ubuntu or CentOS, anything you can use. Okay, so right now I'm using here, you can see I'm using a CentOS Linux 8 here. Okay, and which if I can here shell. Okay, this is the path here, and if I check it, now you can see this shell it is a soft link. Okay, and this is actual bash shell. Okay, now let's come on the here. So here this is example I have given here already. I have documented here, and as like we have discussion about extension like test script.sh, ksh, and Python we are using a py and using Ruby. So So let me open a file. Already it's open a file here. So we can use a BI editor or BIM editor. Okay. So we will understand, we will go through using a BIM editor. We will understand BIM editor in a advanced level. So here, first line I'm using is Shebang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And after that, hash mean commented line. Comment.
Okay.
Commented. Okay. Hash means commented. I did a comment. Okay, comment here. Okay, so it means it just show the comment only. It will not do any effect on your scripting. Okay, so like that you can make your script name, description, arguments, author, email. Why it's a required? It's not, it is optional. All these are optional. It is not any, it's not any thumb rule. But why we are using, suppose if we are writing any code, so when someone want to see the code, he can identify easily why we are using this code actually. Okay, first I have not description, I have not given here. So like for test purpose. So if someone want to read your code, he can understand what is the purpose of this code. So that was the reason. If we are giving any arguments, we'll understand later, not right now, how we are passing the arguments using a codes. Okay, so we can give any details here. Okay, so this is a method to write a code. So let's go deep dive with a BIM editor here. So BIM editor, if it's not installed in your operating system, if we can use using a yum utility, yum install BIM, and -y means yes. So you can install this editor, and if you are using your Ubuntu, this is for your CentOS, it is applicable for your CentOS or RHEL or Oracle Enterprise Linux. OEL, Oracle
Okay.
Enterprise Linux. And if we are using by default in Ubuntu, it is installed. But in some distributor, if it's not installed, then we are using apt install and beam, or we can use apt-get install beam, and -y you can make for a yes. Same for here. It will ask the prompt. Okay, so once you have installed, let's
Mm-hmm.
go for a deep dive here. Okay, so now, so here I'm creating a one directory. So learning shell. Okay, so I will make it a here only. So I'm creating a one directory here, so where we will store our all the codes here. Okay, let me go inside this directory. Okay, so now I'm using a BIM. So there are two editors we have, BI and BIM. Both are same. The difference between BI and BIM, BIM is giving in here we can see syntax on. Basically, if I say, we will get output in a color form actually. And BI, it's a very simple, basic. Okay, but everything is applicable. If suppose if I'm using a BI or if I'm using a BIM, all whatever we are using their commands, all are same there. Okay, all the methods are same here except color. So let's say I'm using the ABC dot here. So let's say I'm trying here first dot sh. Okay, so here now you can see number is came here. I will let you know how the number is came here. Don't worry, we will do a customization. Already I did a customization. That was the reason it is coming here. Okay, how to do a customization BIM editor, I will let you know. So here I'm just putting here usr bin bash. Okay, and let me write a echo. Echo is a command to print a something. Okay, so like welcome to all in self-scripting class. Okay, so now I used a double quote and closed it. I'm using a echo here. And if I'm using a echo and I'm using here without double quote, so you can see there is no problem here in the shell scripting here. Both are same. So I need to make executable. So chmod plus x and first dot sh here. So you can see the color will change here. Actually, the green color, normally it will color came as like black when we are giving executable. This is a default color came here. So now I am executing. You can see it's printing here. Okay, but let's go for a Beam editor. Just I'm showing the first reference here. So here, if I'm using a double quote or either I can use a single quote also, there is no difference either here. Without quote, it's working fine. If I'm using a double quote, then it's also fine. If I'm using a single quote, let me use a single quote as well also. So here, and I'm using a single quote here. Okay, and class. Okay, so here, now let me execute this program. So I'm getting a same output. There's no difference. Okay, so we will discuss about a echo command later more. Okay, I will go as a deep dive on echo command as well also, but just let's go for with the Beam editor right now. So now I'm opening a first.sh here. Okay, so let me open any other file as a sample. So I can use a cp/etc profile. Okay, so I'm profile. Let me copy as a test underscore profile. Okay, I have copied it here, ls-lrt, and let me go inside this profile. So now you can see here the code here it's coming as a uh, number wise serial 1 2 3 4. I will let you know how to set it, don't worry. And here by I have given a setting syntax on, so that was the reason you are able to see if something as came as here. So this is a variable. Actually dollar is a sign of it is recognized as a variable. So this is a variable, just I'm showing here. This is a here. Okay, so right now let's learn a Beam editor here first. Okay, so right now I'm on a starting here, and if I'm using a shift G, I can reach ground. So shift G means I mean to say I'm used a caps G. If I'm using a small g, this is for it is your first line, and it is using for a last line. Okay, shift G means I'm using a small gg, and after I want to use a caps G, so shift G means caps G, right? So this is gg, and okay, so right now let's use it here. Okay, so I'm here, I'm using a 2 times gg now. Now I'm here, I'm using a shift G means caps G. I'm here. Okay, so okay, so already I have documented everything here, don't worry, I will show you that documentation. Okay, okay, so now let me reach to here. Okay, so if I want to add suppose I want to add a Shebang here, let's say this is the script code, for example, and Shebang is not added here. How can I add here? So I can use here caps O. Okay, but I'm using a shift O. It will insert the line before the cursor. Okay. If I'm using a here, if I'm using a caps, I'm using a shift plus small o. Small o means caps O. Okay, don't be confused. So insert line before cursor. Before cursor, and small o insert line after cursor. After the cursor. Let me show you. Here, I'm using a Shift O. Okay, now I came here, and now you can see here insert option came here. Now you can see automatically. I don't need to use a I press. If I want to add it in a beam editor, we are using I for insert here. So just I'm escaping from here again, and let me control. If I want to undo, so I just need to press U. I just press a U. Suppose if I want to start, if I want to edit here, simply first step is I. It will give me this line. So here, so it will give me this insert. Now I can write anything here. I can write anything here. Okay, so, and if you want to remove this insert, I need to use a escape button. Press escape on your keyboard. So I'm pressing escape here. So let me press escape. Okay, so now it's gone here. Okay, so now let me do it again. Okay, so I'm pressing I. Now here I try to write here hello all. Okay, escape. But I want to insert Shebang, for example. It is your cell scripting, and I forget. Okay, now I need to use a shift O, and here let me define your Shebang. How to define? Binary path of your bash shell. Okay, so here, and suppose I'm in line number 7. If I press small o, I'm just pressing a small o. It's created me 8th line number, and here I can try to write here hello. I can just type echo, and here hello all. Okay, so I type here echo hello all. So let me remove this insert mode. I need to press escape here. Okay, and if I want to save this, so we have a different method to save here. So I need to use a first I press escape here, escape. Then I need to use a colon. Okay, and after that I can use a W means if I want as a save, like on here in on notepad page, you are just press a save button. So W is using for a save, and same thing escape and Q. So it means quit without saving, without saving. Okay, quit without. But if you want to save and quit, so I can use a escape. Why I'm using escape? Escape means you need to remove insert mode. WQ. So what you are doing, you are using a save and exit. Save and exit from this file. Okay. If I'm using an exclamatory mark, then save and exit forcefully. Okay, and I will let you know one substitute. Escape. Suppose you are in an insert mode, escape in small x, small. Okay, not for small x. So this action is same equivalent to WQ and exclamatory mark. Let me show you right now. I want to use this time in demo. I'm showing this one now. Let me. I hope already you have used these things, right? WQ exclamatory, right? Okay, let me use X now. Okay, so I'm using X. So you can see I used a X here. See, this is X here. Enter. Okay, now let's go inside this file again. You can see everything has been saved.
Yes.
Okay, so this is another method too. Okay, so now So right till now we have learned about a, if I want to go starting of the line, I'm using a double G, small g, and if I want to go last line, I'm using a cap G. If I want to insert right now current cursor, suppose right now my current cursor is the 8th line number, and if I insert before if I want to insert a line before that, then I need to use here a caps O. This is caps O, and if I want to insert a line line number 9, then I need to use a small o. This is a small o. Okay, so now
So capital used for above line and smaller used for.
so yeah, small is here our cursor is line now 8th line number, right? If you want if you want to insert a cursor before, right, before means line number 7, right, then I need to use a caps O. Okay, and
Yeah.
undo. And if I want to press a I want to insert a line line after means after the cursor, then I need to press O.
Okay.
Okay, and here I can type anything here. Okay, and we have learned how we can do a save and exit here. Okay, so now let's learn. So now suppose if I want to go any line number 26, so how can I go the line number 26? I just need to use a colon and line 26. I reach it at a 26. Now if I go at a 50 line number, is it there or not? Yeah, I'm reaching a 50. If I want to go a second line number, second. Okay, and I can type here. I can go anywhere using this colon space line number. Okay, now let's learn how we can do a copy and paste here. So suppose I want to copy right now my current cursor is line number 10, and I want to copy these 3 lines. So I can use a 3 by y. So I can use 3 by y. It means it will yank. Y means yank means copy. So it will copy 3 line copy. Okay, 3 line copy. So let me copy using a by y. So my current cursor is here. I'm using a 3 by, and let's say where I want to paste it. Let me go in line number, and line number, let's say 26. Okay, it is the 26. If I want to paste, simple P is using for a paste. Now I can see I have pasted it. Suppose if you did something wrong, so U means undo. So
No, you
small
copy the 3 lines first.
small p for paste. This is a
Okay.
small p for paste. So I was on here 26. So it will paste after the cursor. But if you want to before the cursor, this is for after cursor. After the cursor. If you want before the cursor, then caps P before the cursor. Paste. It will paste the lines. Okay, it will paste the lines. So let me show you again. Okay, so I want to revert back this changing. I can use a simple undo. Okay, so I'm where I'm on a 26. Okay, already is a copied. I'm using a caps P now. So now you can see, so here I can't see easily here. So let me go undo. Let's say I can go any line number. Let's say 34. Okay, so I want to paste before 34. Okay, now you can see before 30. I used a caps P. Undo. I want after the cursor, then small p after the cursor. Okay, so and I can press U. It will revert back. Undo, same as like in others. Okay. Okay, so like that we can use. And if I want to copy, suppose right now you are writing a code, the line number from 14 to 25. This is the function. Okay, we'll learn about these functions later. So this is the function is defined here. I want to copy this function and paste in a last. So how can I paste these things? I can use a colon, the line number 14, comma, the line number 25 in Y. Okay, young, it means it will copy it, enter. Okay, now it has been copied. Let me go the last line. I can use a shift G. So line number 88, I'm here. Suppose I want after the cursor, so I can use a simple P here. So now you can see the code has been pasted here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have learned as like here. Okay, so what we have learned here, we have learned YY. If I'm using a YY, it will copy current line, copy current cursor line. Where is your cursor? If you am using 3 by Y, three lines copy.
From where the
Three,
cursor is.
yeah, current cursor. I'm saying about a current cursor. Okay, here current cursor, 3 lines, copy from current cursor. Okay, say, and if I'm using, so if I don't want to use, I don't want to make a dependency of a cursor, so I can use. Now in this third one, doesn't matter where is your cursor, so you can copy line number 22 30 by, so it will copy lines from line 10 to 30. And suppose if you want to paste it in the last, so you can use a shift G, you will reach last, and then you can use small p paste or caps p paste. It's depend upon your requirement. Okay, so these are the methods here. Don't worry, I have documented all these things. I can show you these things. Okay. So don't worry, you don't worried about these things. Okay, so here edit and how we save, and WQ forcefully save and exit. Okay, and line number I have not told you right now. And here how you can go for a small gg first line, cast G, and here if you want to reach some specific line, and this is these things you have learned. Let's learn about a DD. Okay, so now DD is using to delete a line or cut a line. It's using it both the methods here actually. Okay, so like we are using a cut. Okay, so same as like DD is using here. So I'm here, so let me go some lines here. I'm going in line number 10 here. So let's say I'm using here if statement is using line number 28 to 37. I want to delete it here. So I have two ways. If I'm using a single DD, so it will delete same as like a bye current line. Let me make a undo. If I want to delete 5 lines, so I can use a 5 DD. It will delete 5 lines. It's not deleted, it's cut. But if you want to paste somewhere, let's say I want to paste somewhere like 12 line number, P paste. So you can see cut and paste. Okay, let me make a undo again. Okay, and if you want to cut line number 28 to 37, because we are using these things when we are writing a code. So I can use say 28 comma 37D, enter, it's here. And where I want, let's say I want line number 8. Okay, I reached here. Let me make it paste. Okay, so now you can see it's the same here. Okay, so it is delete, it means cut and paste, as like we are using cut in other like in .txt in notepad also. So same behavior is here also. Okay, so these I have documented here nicely. Okay, so here DD and 3 lines you want to cut or delete, and here you have a given a range. And if you want to delete all the things from a current line, then you can use, suppose I want to delete from a line number 9, I want to delete each and everything, so I can use a small d and caps G. It will delete all from a current cursor. Let me make a undo. Okay, then we are using this. Okay, and YY means copy. Okay, 4 lines copy, and here U means undo. Okay, now let's come on the here. You are C as a number. How we can set this number here? We are using a colon set. Right now I don't want already the lines here set. I want to remove these lines, so let me make a no and new, so it's removed. If I want to set, then I need to use a sorry undo. So I need to as a colon set and new. Okay, so these things I have documented here. How to set line numbers, line number display at page, and if you don't want to need a line number, then we can use no and new. So let's now you want to search something here. So how you can search here? So you can use a colon slash, and let I want to search here root. Sorry, slash root, not colon here, slash root directory. Okay, root here. Okay, so slash root, you will find out the root is not here, pattern. Let's say I want your YOUR. Okay, so you can find out here you are. If you want to find out the next, I need to use n. So here only one year. Okay, so let me do it a which is I find out mostly. So here I will let me search path. PATH here. Okay, I'm pressing the n. If I want to come back, I need to use, I'm using a small n. If I want to back searching, so I need to use a caps n, means shift n or caps n. Okay, I hope you understand, right? Okay, now he see I'm going back, right? Going back. See,
Yeah.
I'm now I reach 90 line number. Now I reach a 56 line number. Okay, so small n is using for your forward searching, and back searching is using for caps n. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
so these are the things here. Okay, so these things I have documented here, I think. So yeah, already I documented here. Okay, so now like that we can search it here. Okay, so now let's learn how to replace the words here. Okay, so right now path is here, you are able to find. You think here some other letter should be come here, so colon must be used here, percentage and slash, and I want to change path as a Hari Om. Okay, so if I press a enter, so it by default it will change first matching word per line. Mean to say 95, it will change only this path, not this path. First line, first pattern. Got it? First line, first pattern. Okay, let me do it here. Sorry, I forget to make a slash after that. Percentage s. Okay, and I want to change as a path. Let's say Hari Om. Okay, enter. See, it's not changed here. Here it was only one Hari Om, right? First line, first pattern match, it will change. But if you want to change all, let me make it undo. Okay, if you want to change all, then we can use the G. G means globally, then percentage S. And again, I'm using a path and Hari Om and slash G. G means globally. Now you can change everywhere, change. Now I can see first pattern also, and here also changed. Okay, now let me make an undo here. Okay, so this is the way. But suppose you have a number of path, but you want to change selectively, not for all. Okay, let's say you want to change line number 25 and this path and this path, for example. How you can change now? You will ask the confirmation. So we'll use a C here, percentage S and path. Let's say I can type a welcome now this time. G and C. C means confirmation, G means all. Enter. Now it's asking me, do you want to change or not? Here now you can see asking the confirmation here. This is our confirmation. If you want to change, then make it yes. If you don't want to change, then make a no. Yes or
Mhm.
no. Okay. So here, so let's do it here. I want to change. Yes, now it's change. I don't want to change. No, no. Now I can see the color will show you where exactly right now. No,
Mhm.
I want to change. Yes. So this is that was our requirement, right? So,
Yeah.
okay. So welcome was changed here and here. It's not changed here. So like now I'm pressing a Q. Q means quit. I don't want to change.
Mhm.
I don't want to go further. Okay. So there are path. Path is a line right now. It's showing line number 56. Okay. I don't want to do
Mhm.
anything. Okay. Let me make it quit. Okay. And I want to save it. Let me exit and saved it. Okay. Let me go again. Okay. So like that we can do. But now, so right now, which pattern we have used here? So right now for searching, we use a percentage s and old pattern, old
Mhm.
pattern and new pattern. Okay. And GC. Okay. If I want to ignore the case sensitive, you can use a I also. Ignore case sensitive. Okay.
Mhm.
By default, it is a case sensitive. Ignore case sensitive. Case sensitive means if I'm changing a path and other word is a path, if I used a I, it will recognize this one and this one. If I'm not using this one, then it will not recognize. So it is this is a different and it's a different. Both are different. When I used I, so both are same. You got my point, right? Case
If
sensitive,
you use
right?
I, it is same. If it is not using I, it is different.
Yeah, yeah. By default, it is a case sensitive. I means ignore
Okay.
case sensitive.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So now
Mhm.
the question came here. I want to change this one here. So how can I use it? That's the next question came here actually. If I want to change it here, because if I give it, so it will understand here this method, right? So how we can resolve this issue? Okay, so we will use it here. Suppose I want to use this USR slash SMIN, so I can use here percentage S is same. I can use a hash instead of a slash. I need to use a hash in like USR has been hash. I want to make it a different like USR bin hash.
Mhm.
Others are same. GCI. I want to use or not. Let me show you now as a practical. So here, so now percentage S and hash. So let's say USR bin and I want to change as a USR slash local slash SBin. Okay. And G with CB, I can make it a GC confirmation. Now it will ask me. Yes, I
Mhm.
can see it's changed. Okay. USR local SWIN. Now USR local win SWIN. Got it? Okay.
Mhm.
So like that we can use it. Okay. So already I have documented here as well also. So globally and here if I'm using here hash is not documented here. Acha, okay, already it's documented. See, this is documented here. Okay,
Mhm.
so like that you can do it. And like that we can replace a words.
Okay.
So let's learn some shortcuts here. So 0 is we are using current line starting characters and dollar is using if you want to your current cursor if you want to reach as a last line of your current line ending character and starting here current line starting character. So we can use, let me show you as a practical as well also. So here right now let me go some big line number 20 22 and I want to reach as the last. I'm using a dollar and zero, so you can see dollar and zero. So like that we can use a shortcuts. So here, suppose I'm writing something and I don't want to save, but I don't want to exit from here, and I needed some output of the some commands. For example, I need uptime. So I can use a colon and exclamatory mark, okay, and as such. So it will give me the shell mode. Okay, so this is shell mode I came here. Okay, and you can collect the uptime output here. So let's say I need a output here of this output command here, and let me make an exit here and enter continue, and you came here. So your data was not saved. Or either if you want directly to execute any command, colon, let's say uptime, let's say w command, any other command. So here exclamatory mark, sorry, exclamatory mark and w. So you can see you will get that w command output. This is w command output. If I have executed, enter, and you want to paste it here. Okay, so these are the two methods. Either you can get a shell, or either you can use directory df space -h. Directly you can run a command also. Exclamatory mark must be there. Okay, and same here, exclamatory here I can use here sh here. So shell, and I can exit from here. Okay, or you can use a colon here, sorry, exclamatory mark sh and exit from here. Okay, so these are the some methods we can use
What
here.
is it used for?
So that is the things we can use. Sometime I said you need some um, output of any commands, right? You need a host name output, right? You are writing a code and you require some host, right? So you can't exit,
Mhm.
you can't, you wrote something, if you saved all, so everything so it will save all the things, right? Right,
Mhm.
either you need to open another session, correct? Or
Yeah.
either you need to save this file, but you don't want to save right now, right? Or either you make undo or something, right? Right, so you want to execute any commands, you want to grab the output here directly. So that time first let's say host name, right? You want to say host name ctl. Okay, so this is the output came here, and suppose I want to copy it here, like a, let's say Linux, this kernel version. I need a kernel version information here. So I can say kernel, sorry, here, kernel version is, so let's say here, I pasted here. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, okay, so let me save it. Okay, so like that we can use. Okay, so let's learn about how we can do a custom editor. Custom editor means, so right now you have seen we are opening here and automatically 1, 2, 3, these things are coming. I'm not set here. Okay, because to set again and again, it will irritate us, right? How we can do these things. So we need to go as our home directory. So you can see in title. In title means home directory. Okay, so here we need to create a file here. Okay, so what file we are need to create? We need to create a hidden file here. So dot means hidden files. So we have created a cat bmrc. Okay, this is a here.
Mhm.
So let me explain these things here. So syntax on means here in earlier let me open here again. These here we have seen echo dollar is coming in a red line. Okay, why it's coming? Because syntax is on here. That was the reason you are able to recognize the syntax there. Okay, so let's say, let me produce again here example profile. Let's say here profile. So you are able to see here, this is a function here, function starting here and closing here, and this is a declare as a variable and some other something here, and something line is disabled, it will show like that, right? So easy to recognize by the color, right? So why it came
Mhm.
here? Because syntax is a on here. Okay, so that was the reason here. Okay, set number. So I have opened this and you are able to find 1, 2, 3, 4. Why it's came here? Because I made a set number. If you don't want, remove it. The naming convention, it must be where we need to create this location, your user's home directory. Okay, home directory. So I created this file and set tab stop to. Generally what happened if we are using a tab, so what happened, tab will give this how much space is generally tab will give this one. It's irritating sometime tab, right? Tab,
Mhm.
if I'm using a tab will give this one space, right? This big space, right? But you
Mhm.
don't want to this one actually. You want to use a tab as a like a space bar. So it will convert as a simple two space bar. Tab stop two means right now I can show you here. So you can without here. So let me go as a CD and learning here. So here test profile. So I'm using here. Let me use a tab. Now I'm using a tab. See how much tab is going here. Small
Mhm.
up to two
No.
space bar. Okay. So like that we can control it here. Okay. So these are the things we can control it here. Okay. It will set the line number in a B matter, set expand tab. So B tab will stop and convert equal to two space bar. So one space bar equal to two space bar we are means converting here, and set ignore case. So I don't want to set ignore case. If you want to set ignore case sensitive, okay, so you can use a set ignore case, but in our cases I'm writing here code, so I don't make it a set ignore case sensitive. If you think like when you are changing, like I give an example, path is a caps and it's a path caps, right? If you want to ignore, suppose you are changing path and you make it a set ignore case here, so what happened, it will change both, but you don't require here, the meaning is different, here the meaning is different, right? So I don't make it a set ignore case. But sometime if you think you want to ignore, so we can use set ignore case.
Okay.
So I will share this docs with you. You can set up the, you need to create same file as well also, and you can set it here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want to check your when we are writing a code, and if we are writing any something means wrong statement, or we are doing any syntax error, we can check here. Like I can, let me show you usr bin and bash. Okay, so it will show us is there any no issue detected. See here, now if I can make it, suppose I'm doing some mistake here. Okay, I'm doing some deliberately some mistake here, and now I can see here shell check, and here output is not giving here, so I am putting here command error, but it's very sometimes it's very useful actually, I have seen here. Okay, so you can check here, or let me use a if so here I have not used any, I have not just a condition, just let me put any condition, and I did not do end here. So you can see it's showing me the some errors here. Okay, then I did not use then here. Okay, so then I need to use something here. It's showing me I need to use it then. So we can use to check your syntax issues or something, shellcheck.net. So let's create our first playbook, and there we will learn about a echo commands. So -e is in a effect. Okay, so these things we can use it here, having a different meanings here. So backslash and backspace, and E for escape, and for new line, -t for horizontal tab, and /v for vertical tab. Okay, let me show you here. Okay, so let me come out from here. Okay, so now we will create our first here. Okay, first dot sh here. Okay, now we have learned these methods here. Either you are using a double quote, either you are using a single quote, either you are not using any quote, there is no problem. Okay, all are working here. Echo hyphen e. So make a note, this echo hyphen e is not working in a ksh shell. I used here, it's not working there. Here it's working here. Okay, so now I am, so here I am learning cell scripting. Okay, so
Mhm.
and dot, and next your content in a new lines, so I can use a slash n. Okay, slash n means new line, and I'm writing here I'm from, let's say, Delhi. Okay, double quote. So what it will do here, it will print this one and it will print next line here. Okay, if I remove slash n, what happened, it will print all these things in the same lines. Now let's see here, let me execute this here first dot sh here. Now I'm learning cell scripting, I'm from Delhi. Okay, so now this is your here, so here we have learned a example of new line. So we have a learned example of new line, and now let me produce example of tab. Okay, so for tab we are using a slash t, a new line slash end. Okay, but if I'm removing this e, what happened? So is it converting or not? Now I can see not converting. It consider as a same. So hyphen e is using for effect, then effect will come here. Okay, so e must be. Okay, now I change it. Now I can see effects came here. So yeah, so hyphen e is enable interpretation of backslash escape. So backslash escape,
Mhm.
it will enable it. Okay, so hyphen e is used only in a bash shell. If you try with the con shell, it will not helpful. Okay,
Okay.
so it is helpful here only. Okay, so now let me produce some example for other as well also. So now let's produce some another example. So right now I'm typing same, and we'll see I will use, instead of n, I will use this tab. So let's see how the behavior is. Now I can see the tab. If you want more tab, then what you need to do, you can press slash t. Let me make a insert and slash t. Okay, now saved it. Now show it. Now I can see double tab is came here. Okay, let's say if you example of vertical, if you want a vertical example, so let me use the same line. I'm using a yy, and let me paste it here, and I want to use a t and v. I want to use a both. Okay, so let's
Mhm.
see the output how it must. So now I can see this here tab came and this line came here. Okay, so vertical came here. Okay, so vertical, it's the horizontal tab, it's a vertical tab. N for new line, E for escape, and backspace. If you want backspace, means how you are doing a backspace, backslash. So let's learn other things as well also. So now let's take this example of, I'm taking this example, no, I'm taking one more example of uh, to remove your let me produce some example here. So this is the same things here. I'm taking the same example, and here I'm using a single quote, and I'm using here single quote here. Okay, so now you can see here, if I'm doing here, so what happened, you can see I'm learning here. So single quote is missing here, but it was part of this line, right? But it is ignoring here, correct? How I can I can change the meanings. Then I need to use a backslash. So backslash, what it will do? It will ignore this meaning. Okay, this is a backslash. So now you can see here, backslash here is also here. 2 times we have here. Here, let me make it here. And now you can see I did something mistake here. Backslash. So here it is not taking the meaning actually, unexpected matching, unexpected end of line. So here it's not taking this, the meaning, it's understanding the meaning is different here. Okay, this is the, it's not taking this meaning, but it is using for, it's working in other languages, programming languages here, but here it is not working as expected here. So we have the methods. I can use this double quote as like I'm using here. But let me produce some other example that I want to say here. What I want to say actually. Let's say I want to declare as a variable. Let's say name. We'll discuss about it now. Later on a variable as well also. Name is equal to. I can mention here Daljit. Okay. Okay. So echo hyphen e. Okay. So I can type my name is how to call a variable. We are using a dollar sign to call a variable name here and make it here. Okay. So now let me save it here. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forget to
This is
make it
what.
level. No. Okay. Okay. Now let me save it here. Now like my name is Daljit. But if you think you want, this is the dollar is the part of a syntax, means part of this lining to print means not a I'm not calling here any name variable. Actually the meaning is different here. Okay, so let me make it a second line here. The second line, the meaning is different. For example here, just I'm producing a sample example here. Then I can use a backslash here. Okay, I'm using a backslash. So now you can see color is also changed. See, no, color is not changed here. Color is, that is, yes, name color is changed, right? So let's see. Now you can see the meaning has been changed now. Okay, so that is my P. Okay, so here dollar is dollar here. It is calling your variables here. We will discuss after that. We will come on the variable part. Okay, so here I declared as a variable and I'm calling this variable here. But here sometimes in some cases it's not a, this dollar never means it will always call a variable. Now I have an might be it is your password, might be something, might be other things, right, where dollar is a part of that line, right? So you want to print that dollar, right? Either it will understand in different matter, right? So then I need to use a backslash. Okay, now let's understand. You want to make a backslash is a part of the line. Single backslash means you are ignoring that meaning actually, ignoring. But sometime it is a part of that line actually. Let's take example. Beam. Now I want to print a hyphen e C directory, your path. So how is the C directory path here? Okay, so now here let me go any C directory and here this is a path here. Okay, but let me go inside some Windows folder or program files and let me click it here and let's say this is example I'm taking here and I want to do it here. So it means it means say it is ignoring something, right? Let me save it here and here let me here. So here it's okay, it's printing correct way, but somehow cases if you think, I'm producing one more example here where it is matching with the sorry. here let me take this example here, and here instead of a program files here, let's say name is the folder. Now let's how is you understand now this program? It understand aim, but it's not expected output, right? It's not expected output, correct? So how you are ignoring here? So you need to make it a same as like how we are ignoring here. So you need to say it is a part of a that line you are printing here. Now you can see, okay, so wait. So here slash n and name. So it is changing backslash here. Now I need to give a double here. Now it's came here backslash. Then it will change the meaning here. Either it will here say if I'm giving a single, so it's changing the name, is changing the meaning here. Okay, so I need to use a complete backslash. Okay, now you can see it's giving it as your expected output. We have another method as well also, like what? So here we are using a -e as an interpreter. Okay, enable interpreter. So I don't want to use enable -e. Don't use it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
no need to use it. Just use a slash here, normal things. Okay, now see it. Simple. If you are using -e, then you need these things. Either you don't require. It will print same as like as a raw. Okay.
Okay.
So here you're here and you want to print something in a new line here. The meaning now here, what is the situation? Sometimes situation came here in real time example as well. Also, like here you need a double backslash, and here you want slash n, and uh, you want to D drive and slash let's say data. So this is the, sometime it happened. So it came as
Mm-hmm.
because now it worked as in new line as well also, and it ignored the things as well also, right? So
Mm-hmm.
okay, so here this is example here. It is ignoring slash n here. Okay, and here it's slash here wait yeah, here slash n means here this is a new line here. Okay,
Yeah.
now let's learn about a backspace. Okay, this is we learn here. Let's learn about a backspace here. So -b is a example for backspace. So backspace we are giving. Okay, so same I'm taking any example here. Let me take here let's take it here, any line I can take it here by and p here, and let me use a -e, and here I want to backspace here b here and slash backspace. So you can see, let me clear this control L I'm using here. Now you can see in shell. So I used a backspace. Let me use a 2-time backspace. So what it will do? Now you can see it removed the n here, backspace. Right,
Mm-hmm.
backspace what will do? It will remove the things, right? Remove whatever the things comes here, either space or either letter here. In is came here. So now you can see earlier was here, in here. This is
Yeah.
see, now it's came here. So these are the examples here. Okay, so dollar, we have learned a dollar is using to call a variables. Okay, so we will discuss about environmental variables as well also, but later, not right now. So these are the env. Okay, so env is using for a to check your environmental variables. See, this is a language. If you want to see this, I need to use it. Now we learned about the echo command, dollar to call a variables to lang. Now you can able to print this one, echo. These are the reserved keywords. Don't use this one when we are declaring a variables. Don't worry, I will teach you when I will teach you on about a variables here. Okay, so user. Okay, so like that we can print. So before start a variables, let me know if you have any doubts regarding echo command.
No, that is good. But so I'm trying to do on my VMs. I'm getting E212 error.
Okay, you can share your screen also.
Okay.
Okay, so right now, suppose right now we will create a one script, and here what we want actually, we want to create a file using a code now. Okay, simple things. After that, we will go for a variables. Okay, so, so let's so what I want here. So I will let you know that methods. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
now let's say you want to create a abc abc.txt file. Okay, you want to create this file using a code, and here you want to write here anything, any text here, welcome
Mm-hmm.
to all. How to write a code using here, using a script, not for manual. What I will do, I will use a bim or bi editor. Like I used a bi abc.txt, and I will add this content here, right? But I don't want to manual. I want automate. How we can do it? Let's learn these things now. So here I'm writing a code here. So we have a this is a first. Let me write a bim create file. Okay, create a file content, create a file with content, right? I just mentioned the same name, content.sh. Okay, now let me give a shebang. So so make sure this path must be in your operating system, or you can check your path using a bit space bash. So in mine operating system, it is this one, or either in your operating slash bin slash bash. So you can check
Mm-hmm.
accordingly. Now I will use a cat here, and I will use a double greater than. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
I will use the single greater than first. Suppose I'm not appending. Suppose if I'm appending, right now I'm not appending here. Okay, so I'm just writing one. So single here, and I'm giving abc.txt, and here I'm writing welcome to all. Okay, and I'm learning cell scripting code. Okay, okay, so here, so I wrote this content here. So here what I will do, I will use a double less than, and I will make an end of file here. This is the main things here. Now you can see the color has been changed, and I will use the end of file here. So what it will do here, it will create abc.txt with this content using a code now. Okay, so
Oh,
now okay, so here I'm using a single. It means it is not appending. Appending in the sense, let me show this example first, then I will show you the differentiate. Okay, let me save it here. Okay, now let me chmod plus x and create. Okay, now here, and let me, so where is it? Okay, so let me move this file where we have a folder, create, and learning. Okay, so now let me go our directory here, and okay, now let me execute this code here. Okay, now code has been executed. Let's see. So now you can see the file has been created here. Let's see the content. Is this content is that? Yes, the same content is there. Okay, now let's learn more about here. So here create. Now suppose I'm copying the line number 2 to 5, Y for copy, Shift G, again paste. So if or now I'm writing here hello all. If I did it like that, so what it will do? I'm using here also here. So it means what it will do? It will overwrite. If I'm using a greater than, second time it will overwrite.
Mm-hmm.
Overwrite. It means we will not see this content now. We will see only this content. Overwrite.
Okay.
Okay. If I use 2 times, for example, or single time. Okay. Anytime. Okay. So what we'll do here, I'm using here single time here. I'm removing these 4DD. I'm removing. Okay. So now let's execute this code now. And ls-lrt, now check it, abc.txt, hello all. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
sometime actually when in real scenario we are using it to capture the logs. So logs are always appending mode, right? In appending mode, right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, or either you are adding some content later as well also, right, in a file 2 times or 3 times, right? So
Mm-hmm.
how we will resolve this issue? We will use double. Okay, double greater than, it means append. The meaning change now. Append
Got it.
the line. It will append the line. So two meanings. Suppose if this file does not exist. So what it will do? Create a new file. Create
Okay.
a new file and write the new content. Okay. If the file
Mm-hmm.
exists, then it will do this action. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it will do this action if the file is exist. If the file does not exist, then it will create this file and add this content as well also. Okay.
Okay.
So these are the methods here. So now let's add some content here. So I will add here hello all. So now I am typing here, I am learning shell scripting. Okay, now saved it here. Okay, let me execute this code it again. Now ls-lrt, check it. Now I can see hello already there. So now
Mm-hmm.
we have created this file and this content using a shell code, not for manual now. Okay, so that is the method we are using here, abc.txt. And let me show the code again. These are the methods. So here, which is here, this is a part of a syntax. It is a part of a syntax. End of file. So it is not mandatory, but I will suggest you follow the standards. Here it is not required.
Mm-hmm.
You, if you want, you can use your name. Let's say my name is Daljit. Okay, so I can then, if I'm using a Daljit here, I need to use Daljit here. Okay, it is optional.
Okay.
Okay, but the problem
Mm-hmm.
is where we need to, if we are using as a standard format, then it's a fine. Either suppose you need to write a Daljit, then it will understand you are writing from your side naming name Daljit here, but it will understand it is the end of the line, end of line, right?
Okay.
So use a standard things. Okay, use a
Okay.
standard things. Okay, either let me show you here. Now I'm not making automate here directly. I'm showing on the console here. So let's say I'm using here and I'm typing here appending mode, and I'm giving here the DAL I'm giving here, and I'm typing here, let's say welcome. Okay, now I will make a DAJ, and let me make a DAL. Now you can see I was thinking it should be a part, it should be inserted in a file, but it understand it is the end of the line. Now I can see it, I got DAG, I did not got DAL. Reason is behind
Mm-hmm.
because it understand these things to these things here. Okay,
Okay.
so that is here. So it is optional. Okay, so like that we can do we can write a content inside a file here using a code.
Okay.
So now let's understand what is a variable. Okay, so variable, it is a location of storing a value which can be a file name, directory, path, text, number, or any data. Let's say I mention as a name is equal to, let's say I mention as a Daljit here. So now name is a key, Daljit is a value here. Okay, so we are storing data. So it means name is holding the data Daljit here. Like in, if you have remembered, we have learned about x is equal to 10, y is equal to 50, and x plus y, z is equal to x plus y, right? In when we are studying mathematics in 10th standard, right? 8th or 10th standard, right? So here it means x is holding value of 10 and 50. So what is answer is like 10 plus 50 is equal to 60. So we will get the value of z is a 60. It means z is holding a 60. So here name
Mhm.
is a variable and Daljit is a data. Okay,
Mhm.
so storing a value. So here variable will store the here. So suppose I selected here directory path, dir underscore path is equal to, let's say slash root slash abc, right? So we can mention here this path. So it will hold the path or file name or anything. Okay, so like that we can declare a variable. So we have some rules that we need to understand actually. So let's
Mhm.
understand the rules now. So you can start with any English letter. If I'm
Mhm.
declaring a name in a cap, in a caps n or name, this is also valid. This is also valid, or NAME. This is also valid. Okay, English word.
Mhm.
Digit here. So this is a valid, and digit is not allowed in starting.
Okay.
Invalid variable. Start with digit is not allowed. If I'm declaring any variable with starting with a digit, so it is not allowed. I will show you
Mhm.
practically. Okay, so I can mention 20 underscore name is equal to Daljit. So it is invalid variable.
Okay.
Name is equal to Daljit is valid variable. Special characters are not allowed. Invalid variable except underscore. So I can declare a variable like here underscore I have allowed. Special character only underscore is allowed. Okay, invalid start with special character are not allowed except underscore. Okay,
Okay.
so this is a valid variable, this is a valid, and underscore is allowed only. So this is a valid variable. Invalid examples. So these are the invalid examples. So you can't
Okay.
start with the dollar, you can't start with the hash. Dollar is another meaning. It means you are calling the variables, or percentage or any other special characters. That's all not allowed.
Mhm.
Okay, so these are the some rules that we need to understand. How we are
Mhm.
calling a variable? Using a dollar sign,
Okay.
variable name. Okay, or either dollar sign, curly braces, variable name. There are two methods.
Mhm.
This is the one method. This is the second method to call a variables. I will write here as well also. So I have not wrote here. Okay, so we will call using the both the methods. We will understand. Okay, so these are the two
Mhm.
methods to call a variable. To call variables. So let me produce some examples here. So now we are declare a variables. So let me create a one script here. So I can declare variable var. I'm just mentioning here in short and sh file, and I need to define a shebang here. Here /usr win bash. So let me mention here name, and here is the one thing here. I will show you the problems here first. Okay, let me create a first exact variables, and after that I will create the problems here. So first I am typing a simple Daljit and city. Let's say I can mention here Dali. Okay, so now I can mention here echo -e. I can say my name is dollar name, and here, and I can use a vertical
Yeah.
tab. Okay, vertical tab. Okay, so my name is this one, and I can use a vertical. I can use a V. Okay, so it should be okay, and I'm living in. So I'm using a second variable. This time I will use a curly braces. Okay, so I can produce both the examples here. Okay, so let me close it. Okay, now let me make executable this file here. Okay, now let me execute this file here. Okay, /declare .sh. Now you can see Daljit in here. Now see the codes again. Okay, see this code. So I call one variable as like here, and here I call as. So both are fine here. /b means vertical. Okay, so that was the reason it came as like here. Okay. So let's produce some issues here in this file here. Okay, so now here, so I can give the space here. Okay, let's say, is it working or not? See. So now you can see it's not working here actually. See, name command not found. See, so what is the things I did it here? I just given the space here. So this is a valid variable in other programming language, but in shell script code, it is a invalid. Okay, so in shell scripting, so this is an invalid. So cat declare. If we can check this in a syntax check, is a, if we can go on a spell check. So here shell check. Okay, so this is a shell check. No, it's a shell check. This is shell check.net. If let me go there and let me paste there. So is it give us a producer say, yeah, remove space around to assign. See, it's giving us a error here. Okay, so where is the error? You can see it is guiding us. So this is a invalid in shell only, but same thing is valid on other programming. This is a valid for, this is valid in Python.
Okay.
Okay, so if I show you something, CMD, let me show you here Python. Just this is not relevant, this one, just I'm showing you the differentiate here. Okay, just there also we are in Python, we are also using we are declaring the code as like, oh, so here it is. Okay, Python is not here. I think Python is not installed here. So so here I have a Python here. No, Python is okay, no problem. Python I don't have here, so that's okay. So but Python, this is a valid here. Okay, so here it's not a valid. So okay, so now deliberately I produce this error here. Okay, these are first things you need to take care here. Okay, next things here. What is the next things you need to take? If you are declaring in a double quote, that's also valid. There is no problem. Okay, double quote. If you are giving a double quote or without double quote, there is no problem. I'm giving this in a double quote. Now here, my name is Daljit. So there is no problem. If I'm putting this value in a double quote, if I'm not putting this value in a double quote or single quote, I'm using a double quote, single quote, or without quote, all are valid here.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Okay, all are valid.
Mm-hmm.
This is also valid. This is also valid. Both are valid here. Okay, in cell scripting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now let's create some invalid variables here. So you will see the error here. So I'm creating deliberately invalid variables. Invalid variables. Okay. So what I will do here, I will start with the correct digit. So I said digit are not allowed. Let me create a
Mm-hmm.
name. Okay, name and is equal to I can mention here Daljit here. Okay, uh, so now let me execute this code here. So now you can see command not found. It's saying me like
Mm-hmm.
that. Okay, declare line number 6, 20. See, showing me here. Okay, same things you can check with same things you can check in shellcheck.net as well also. So here, what is the error we will get here? So let's see the error here. Now I just okay, it's okay. So okay, it's not copied complete. Okay. Now let's check it here. Now variable name can't be start with the number. See,
Mm-hmm.
can't be start with the number here. It's producing me error here. Now let me do it a percentage. Now let's check it. Interpret is a command containing a is equal to bad assigner comparison operator. It's not allowed
Mm-hmm.
here also. Okay. Or if I say something asterisk sign. So see, this is a globe user command. Okay, so it is missing coding. So okay, so it is also giving us a error here. So these are the things. If I made it as a name underscore 20, now I did it opposite. Now it's fine here. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
there is no problem here. Okay, now unused means we are not using here. Okay, let me
Mm-hmm.
use this variable here. So it's seeing me, it's not used here. Let me used now. Now there is no warning, no issue detected. Now our code is perfect.
We can use echo command without the dollar also.
No, I'm using, it will print now at your screen. Echo means
Okay.
it will print at your screen, right?
Okay.
Okay. So now let's do it here. So directly I can use a declare. Okay, so now I can use a control D. So I added here. This is another methods. Okay, so just for
Mm-hmm.
writing a code here. Okay, so now you can see I just pasted the code here. See here, and now let me execute this code here. Now you can see Daljit came here. Okay, I'm here printing here. Okay. Okay, so here, when you are using a hyphen E, then must be a double quote. Either slash T, the real meaning will not work here. Then it will print just T there. Okay, so it will not work. So we need to use it here. This is it must be either double quote or single quote, anything. It's not required here. Here, suppose I have taken this example double quote. Let me make it as a single quote. I'm making a single quote. Let me make another one a without quote. You can see the error here. I'm not giving anything here. Okay, now let me execute here. Now you can see Daljit And here name underscore 20 titles. So double quote work here, single quote also not working here. See the difference is came here. Small things came here. I'm using a single quote here. It's not working. It will print me same as like tab is worked here, but I'm not able to get a desired output. Here I got the variable, but T will not give me the expected output. So this is a
Mm-hmm.
valid statement here. So double quote
Okay.
must be. Single quote will not able to call here variable here. This is a issue came here. Okay, this is the issue here. If I'm using Y, let me use a one more here. Now this time I can use another method. I did not use these curly braces. Let me use a direct this one here, and I'm using this one here. So now you can see it's not working. I'm using a single quote here, right? So here, here. Okay, so single quote will not work here. Double quote must be.